ETE. Well, good morning, everyone, and welcome to this year's Empowering Teaching Excellence Conference. I will begin the program by reading USU's land acknowledgement statement. As a land-grant institution, Utah State University campuses and centers reside and operate on the territories of the 8 tribes of Utah, who have been living, working, and residing on this land from time immemorial. These tribes are the Confederated Tribes of Shoshone Indians, Navajo Nation, Ute Indian Tribe, Northwestern Band of Shoshone, Paiute Indian Tribe of Utah, San Juan Southern Paiute, Skull Valley Band of Goshute, and White Mesa Band of the Ute Mountain Ute. We acknowledge these lands carry the stories of these nations and their struggles for survival and identity. We recognize elders, past and present, as peoples who have cared for and continue to care for the land. In offering this land acknowledgement, we affirm Indigenous self-governance history, experiences, and resiliency of the Native people who are still here. Again, I welcome all of the USU faculty, staff, and others for attending this 2023 annual ETE conference. This event is always popular, rewarding, and well attended. As a matter of fact, there are nearly 500 here today, which is in the neighborhood of about half of the core and lecturer faculty at USU. So amazing, amazing turnout. Come on. There are many people to thank for planning and organizing this conference. First and foremost is Travis Thurston, our ETE director, and the wonderful ETE staff. Others who contribute to this event are many remarkable USU faculty and gifted professional staff who express their deep devotion to teaching and learning excellence by serving on various ETE support committees. This year, we definitely need to thank the deans of the colleges who are providing tangible support so you can attend. Tangible support are code words for money. Right? So at your college retreats, please go up to your dean and a huge thanks to Lindsay Masson, the keynote speaker for the conference. We had to come all the way out here and join us today. We look forward to hearing what you have to say. Well, lastly, thanks to all of you attending this conference because you care about the education mission of USU. And you are the faculty get younger every year. Care about the education mission of USU, and you are passionate about pursuing ever better ways to teach and help students learn. One of my mantras is knowing more is always, always better than knowing less. Knowing more helps people make better decisions and choices, become better problem solvers, and that easily translates into better lives, and let's face it, better humanity. Ignorance is not bliss, although I sometimes wonder lately if that isn't the next pandemic.
There is no shortage of stories from our former students, our alum, who talk about how they were inspired by one or more of you, and how completion of their degree or credential changed their lives. And that's what you do, whether you know it or not. You change lives through education and I thank you for taking that responsibility, that solemn responsibility, seriously. Currently, unfortunately, across the nation, the landscape of higher education is in a shadow of doubt and distrust. A recent Gallup survey showed an unprecedented decrease in the public's trust that higher education is worth the investment. Our students, present and former, can be the best ambassadors in the public to tout the relevance and benefits of higher ed, and we should not forget that as we go about our business each day. Well, this event is a great way to launch an entire year's worth of ETE programs and events to support you in your teaching, which in turn helps students be successful. USU cares deeply about both faculty and student success, and ETE is one of the many units who are directly involved in achieving those. Once again, I thank you for taking your valuable time to attend this event. Unfortunately, I need to skedaddle off to another meeting, so have a wonderful day with your colleagues and friends, and have an outstanding year. Thank you very much, everybody.
Let's give Provost Smith one more hand. Thank you. Next, I'm happy to introduce my friend and colleague, Dr. Rose Judd-Murray. She is assistant professor, program leader for nonformal and community-based education in the Applied Science, Technology, and Education Department, program leader for the Biosecurity emphasis for the Center for Anticipatory Intelligence, and co-chair for Mariah Spencer, graduate students in the ASTE department. Rose.
Good morning, everybody. Thank you so much for coming. On behalf of the ETE Conference Committee, I want to welcome you to the conference this morning. This is always a conference that I look forward to every fall. It's really fun to see our faculty come back to the university and charge up our systems and get ready to go for the next couple of weeks. I wanted to extend my thanks to the conference committee for their effort that they've made possible to make today possible, and to thank the Provost's office, specifically Provost Smith and his staff, for the help that they've extended to get this up and rolling, particularly to the deans, again, for the financial support that they've offered to make this free, to continue to make this, it's not free, but it is for faculty to attend. Faculty are not charged a fee to attend this conference, and I think it speaks to the fact that they recognize that your professional development is a critical part of our student success. And our conference theme this year is activities, roles, and relationships of successful college students. And that relationship-rich experience that we're trying to foster with our students really is at the heart of who we are and what we value here at Utah State University. So I'm extremely grateful for the support of all of those who have helped to put this conference together. I also want to recognize my conference co-chair, my graduate student, Mariah Spencer, who is also with the ASTE department. She's out in the hall, so we'll wave to her and give her a little clap. I am extremely grateful for the support this year that the conference has afforded for graduate teaching assistants and graduate students to attend the conference. Can we, if you're a graduate student here today and you're attending the conference or presenting at the conference, will you stand up just for a minute so we can recognize the importance of our graduate students here at Utah State? Woo! Thank you so much. It's a big deal to me to have that part of this integration, and I hope that that becomes something we continue to push as we move this forward into the future. This is a faculty development conference that is designed and built for USU faculty by USU faculty members, and I think that makes it a unique and special opportunity, particularly because there are so many of us here today, and many of you have traveled, and so I want to recognize the statewide effort and the regional components, those of you who have driven from Blanding either last night or this morning. I hope not this morning, because that was a real early day start for you, but thank you so much. Can we give a round of applause for all of our regional and statewide faculty and support staff? Thank you. The presentations that you'll hear today are centered on our conference theme, and they were selected because of the quality, relevance, and the needs that they fulfill for the students that we're about to teach. Every year we have, a different type of student come here to Utah State. And I think Provost Smith is right. Everybody seems to get younger and younger every year. It's really unnerving at some point when you, when you realize that they don't remember the 80s anymore, and they find that to be a really long time ago. It's really disheartening for me. But all of my movie references and television references they fall on deaf ears. It's not as funny as I used to be 10 years ago. But I'm repeatedly reminded of what incredible faculty we have here. And I want to recognize the hard work, the work that you do. It's in the number of committees that I'm on, or whether I'm attending other conferences, interacting with you for peer evaluation or tenure and promotion, or just the interactions that we have. I am so impressed by your professionalism and your dedication to your craft. Thank you for the work that you do, and thank you for being here today. Thank you to the presenters, to those of you who will present in face-to-face sessions, and I also want to highlight there are many sessions that have been pre-recorded and that you can find on the ETE website. They're worth your time, and particularly if you also have graduate students who aren't here today who will assist you in mentoring and teaching. Let them know about those pre-recorded sessions. Some of our sessions will also be recorded today, and you'll be able to watch those again and again to try to find the resources and materials and ideas that to re-solidify the stuff that you'll learn today. So that's very exciting. I also want to remind all of you that our fall learning circles are now open for registration. If you haven't been involved in a learning circle, that was my first step into the world of ETE here at Utah State University. The learning circles are a powerful learning experience for you as a faculty member. This fall semester, we have some on intentional tech, making connections and mentoring. We're highlighting Habits of Mind, the book written by Drs. Gossard and Babbitts, who are so fun. We're so excited to represent their book in our fall learning circle. Creating Wicked Students, for those of you who are interested in complex problems, relationship-rich education, and what the best college teachers do. There's something for everyone in those learning circles this fall. Please check out in the hall if you need more information. There's always more information on the website, and then you can register there and get squared away so that you'll know exactly what times and places and spaces are supportive for that. I hope that all of you have a great day and are enriched by the materials, resources, and information that have been prepared for you today. It is now my pleasure to introduce Shelley Arnold, who is our instructional coordinator for ETE, and she will present the 2023 ETE certificate earners. And these folks have worked so hard. I'm so privileged to turn it over for the certificate awarding. So thank you so much. Thanks, everybody.
Hey everybody. so exciting. I do want to recognize Sarah Tulane. She's part of our faculty committee, and she actually leads our ETE 10 subcommittee, which is all on its own. So she's going to be helping me out today. Can't move around. I normally lecture and I get to walk around, but I don't get to do that today. I'm tired. It's been a long week and the day is not over yet, and I'm just tired, right? So much goes into the conference, and it's really a build-up from the entire year before, right? We had our new springboard event that started this year. JC Sheen and Aubrey helped get that off the ground. We have learning circles. We had over 20 learning circles this year. I met with over 100 faculty in their pathway this year, right? And it all like culminates to this event. And to do this, we had so many people helping out, and I am just tired. And you guys get to see like the beautiful part of it, right? Like you get to walk to your presentations and see that. And why I bring that up is because that's what you do as teachers. You put all of this time and all these efforts into these courses, and these students show up and just think, that's what was supposed to happen, right? It was always supposed to be like that. They expect that that's from you, not realizing how much work you actually put in to make that class work for them, to help with their program, to get them to understand why your material is important to them. And you take the time and effort to do that. I love working for ETE. I love the focus on teaching that we get to do there, because there are different parts of the university where they're going to give you the accolades for being that great researcher and that great extension person. But in ETE, like I always say when I meet with you, we focus on teaching and how beautiful that is. We have 27,000, we found out last night when we were looking up, students that come here to get the education they need to go and reach their goals in life. And you do that for them through all the hard work, the day-to-day, to make that class when they show up in 2 weeks just what they need it to be. And I commend you all for that. I'm really excited to give out certificates. This is one of my favorite things to do. And I don't get to stand here and say I'm proud of those people who earned it, because I didn't put the work in. They put the work in. They made it a goal. They made it a priority. They put the time and effort in to showing that teaching was important to them and teaching improvement was important for them and their department. So I'm really proud that I get to do this every year. Okay, we're going to start off with our Explorers, we do always. And for those who don't know, our Explorer certificate is set up just for graduate students, because you saw them stand up today, and that number is getting bigger and bigger of those people who, graduate students who teach our undergrads. And they deserve the same kind of training as all the rest of us to make sure that those students get to where they're going. So we had 5 people, and 2 of them are actually going to be here today. The other ones are out doing their field research and everything. So Sarah Gosney, who's not here. And then we have Elena de Castro de Ruiz, who is also not here, but we do have Logan Haviland. And Megan Radis. Congratulations, you two. And now we're going to move on to our Teaching Scholar Certificate, and that's the first certificate that faculty get to earn, and that's 10 different badges on their way to earning certification, and we have 26 of them this year. So first off is we have Shannon Belmont. Spencer Spotted Elk. Summer Gunn. Hannah Lewis. Lacey Peterson. Brenna Decker. Kimberly Snow. And her colleague, Heather Weiss. Padram Jahangri. I think I got that right. Don Buzenbark. Angela Montague. Katie Schneider, who couldn't be here with us. Chelsea Gobble. What are you doing, Angela? Rachel Turner. Danju Sheng, who I think is a brand new mother. Melissa Spencer. Luitha Danhis. I think I got it right. No, did my best. Rick Hardkoff. And these 3 instructors earned their teaching scholar and master teacher in the same year. We have Christy Bloxam. Chad Mano. And Lisa Gabbert. Last but not least, we have our master teachers. We have 13 different ones that earned that this year. We have Irina McLaughlin. Cree Taylor. Chad, it's not here. Chad, it's not here. Jen Burbank, who couldn't be with us today. JC Sheen, who's the new head of our faculty committee. So if you see him, stop and talk to him today. Colleen Jones. Amanda Dillman. Melanie Chambers. And Brennan Bean. Who's the first in math and science section, or math and stats to earn their master teacher. So congratulations, Brennan. If you don't know what all of that was and you don't know what certification is, send me an email. We'll get you set up.